Officially, tonight's game is our referees, John Finlay, Chief Warner, Jeff Burris, linesmen are Mr. Andrew Sorrow, and Airforce Master Sergeant Tim Hall.
Maybe mine put my man's cards on my Apple Pay and I don't see it.
Prior to the game commencing, I'd like to ask you to join me in welcoming some of our military leaders who are attending this game this evening, to include Colonel Jason Cole, Fort Wainwright Garrison Commander, and Colonel Paul Townsend, Fleet Fort Wainwright Commander. And to all other community leaders, commanders, and senior enlisted leaders, thank you for attending. Welcome to today's special thanks to all of our sponsors and those who helped put on this game. Sport Airbase, the Allison Spouses Club.
Good job, Graces.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know you're all looking forward to an exciting night of competition on the ice, and now it's time to introduce to you the 2025 Army and Air Force hockey team members. The visiting team is Army, and starting with the Arctic orders today. At right wing, wearing number 71, Sergeant Killian Day. Jack Rebuff. Sergeant Robert Haas. For the Airforce, number 40, Aaron Harmon. Master Sergeant Garrett Steele. Staff Sergeant John Scholar. Number 69, Staff Sergeant Mark Rucci. Number 71, Senior Airman Shane Mahalik. Number 23, Senior Airman Wyatt Hopkins. Number 16, Senior Airman Nathan Harrington. Number 87, Airman First Class Jacob Finger. Number 9, Technical Sergeant Jacob Walney. Number 20, Senior Airman Oliver Land. Number 61, Senior Airman Luta King. Number 73, Captain Paige Jane. Number 24, Sergeant Adam Gray. And number 4 is Veteran Staff Sergeant Thomas Phillips. The Air Force team is coached by Master Sergeant Jacob Bailey, Master Sergeant Jacob Young, and Technical Sergeant Matthew Gaffney. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear the support for all of our Air Force team members. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you all please rise for the presentation of the colors and the singing of the national anthem. Presenting the colors this evening is Airman First Class Patrick Garza, Airman First Class Gina Lola, Sergeant Rodriguez Ramon, Sergeant Hernandez Roberto, Sergeant Rivera Jose, and Specialist Chris Diaz. Singing the national anthem this evening are Captain Faith Hirschman from the Files and Public Affairs Office and E. Baker.
Can you see by the dawn's early All right, everybody, welcome to the Big Dipper Ice Arena here in Fairbanks, Alaska, as we get ready for the annual Commanders Cup hockey game between the local Army post and the rival Eielson Air Force Base. I'm Tommy Nelson, and joining me today is Xavier. Xavier, thank you for joining me. I know it's last minute. It was last minute for me too.
Hey, it's all good.
Hold up. Make sure you're eating that mic.
Oh yeah. How you hear me now?
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
I appreciate you having me here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though. So I'm retired Air Force. We got to talk and everything.
Yeah.
You've been all around.
Hey.
I'm waiting for you to go ahead and join the Navy and Marines now next, eh?
Hey man, if they need me, I'm there.
Okay. But there's a reason why I retired. I'm running around here sweating, trying to get ready for this game. I got thrown in here last minute, but we're gonna do the best we can. So what I'll do, just to give you a heads up,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and get, so I do play-by-play for the Ice Dogs.
Copy.
I'm going to get our iPad for that at some point, so that way if people can't hear, having trouble, let us know. I'll give you that as soon as I do have that iPad. We can get everything checked out. So starting for the Arctic Warriors, the Army team, on right wing is Sergeant Killian Day. Left wing, oh man. So I used to coach the Air Force team back in the day when I was still in.
Right.
This guy played there, retired.
Okay.
Major Mike Long. He took a stick one time,
Yeah.
bloodied up his lip. I'll tell you what, this is a huge rivalry.
Got back out there, hard charger.
Center is Noah Kavanaugh. Defense, you got Daniel Bridge and Jack Remuck. And then in goal is Captain Justice Newman. I'll give you the Air Force starters here in just a minute. We're gonna go ahead and keep trying to keep up with these numbers. We haven't had much time to get studied up on them. Air Force with it.
Looks like it's
So
all.
shove it up. The near boys. Remuck turns it over to Air Force. Put that right here at the blue line. Bird able to clear that blue line, clear it out of the zone. Oh man, I'm gonna have trouble on that one. I just now noticed that Mike Long doesn't have his name on there, so I'm gonna keep seeing that number, and it's gonna drive me nuts.
All right, we gotta take note of that. I got you. Don't worry about it.
Through into the offensive zone, they turn it over to the Army. Now with it, turn it over to King, dumping it in far side, turn it over to Stetton, near side to Shostrom. And the shot goes high above the net. Sent down in the low corner. Now Army's jerseys, that dark color, it's hard to see those numbers down there.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, they look pretty good though.
You would. You traded. So we talked about it. You was 3PO, which is the security forces.
Yeah.
Now you're Army.
Yeah.
So I can talk that. That shot swallowed up by the goats and Justice Newman. Anyways, Xavier, so thank you for joining. What's your experience with hockey?
I played here and there, did a little street hockey back in the day. Now practice with the team here there when I'm at over here at Wainwright.
So basically what you're saying is you sit here now,
Yeah.
that way you ain't a grocery stick there on the bench, eh?
Yeah.
We're going to have some fun. I know the coaches for the Air Force team. Don't know too many players for the Air Force team anymore, but I do know some of that Army team. King's shot blocked at the defense. Near corner retained by the Air Force. Steele with it. Sent down low. Going to be cut by Remuck.
Small little action on the glass right there.
Yeah, and now you see my pain during the Ice Dogs game. It's hard to see through this angled benches down here.
Right.
One thing I'll tell you, and I just heard the whistle go, every year that I coached, there was always a fight between Army and Air Force. At some point, the gloves came off.
The rivalry runs deep. It really does.
Are you able to hear me pretty well?
Yeah, I'm able to hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I turned you up.
Okay.
So if I have to, when I get that, we might have to turn you up on the broadcast. You don't have to worry about holding on to it. If you do, what you can do is eat it like a helicopter, so a headset for in the aircraft.
Right.
You said you was heck of a lot better.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you was crew chief. You know what it's like.
Yeah.
So it was a delayed penalty on Army, and looks like
Off the
Longhorn.
goes. Sorry, bro.
I didn't see that call. We'll wait to get that call here in just a minute. Roughing. So 2 minutes for roughing. That short-handed attempt went off the Air Force stick and up out of place. So it's going to be a face-off right down here in the Army. Now the short-handed too. So it's going to open up the ice for him a little bit though.
Yeah.
And if it was me, knowing Ole,
Yeah.
Ready to pull the old goalie, Chris Olsen. I'd be putting Mike Long out there because he's one of those great grinders. Like he'll get down in the dirty areas.
Yeah.
Face off won by Airforce.
I think they might have to get kind of dirty to take a lead at the beginning.
Hey,
on to it in the end. Yeah.
No doubt. I don't even know where the page went with. Oh, there it is. I couldn't even find a page with the Airforce numbers there for a minute.
Yeah, here we go.
Army able to clear it down ice, and actually, while I do have a minute, so starting lineup for the starters for the Airforce team. Left wing was Brandon Cockrell. Right wing, Kyle Barrett. Center was Kalen Denis. Defense is Scott Kozlak. Other defenseman, his partner, Matthew Sully, and the in net is Robert Haas. So we had a delayed penalty. It's right down here in those areas where you can't even see.
Right, I'm trying to figure out what happened.
Well, I try to. And I know this referee.
I'll tell you that.
I know this referee too. He does lineman, but he ain't playing around. So they're doing 4-man. Hey.
Yeah.
2 minutes for rough. 2 minutes for rough. So that was number 92 for Airforce. So that's going to be Tyler Trainer. Sorry, Tyler Trainer.
Hey, these refs are going to try to keep control of the game right off ref.
I
they want any scuffles.
You ain't kidding. And the one that just caught that penalty?
Yeah.
He don't play no games.
Yeah.
And he's been important to some of those Army Air Force games where there's some scrapping going on.
Hey, got to take control.
That little trickle-in shot was swallowed up by Newman. So they're going to set up for another face-off. Both teams came forward side. Now, when I was coaching the Air Force team, this is when I started throwing my little guys out there. I throw about 2 little guys, 1 big guy, and then one of my silky mist guys. Because then that way, like you got so much more. Oh, they're doing 5-a-side. So they just did offsetting roughs. That's weird. How's that?
Got 2. 1 on the bottom.
Is there still no there?
1, 2.
Okay, so this makes no sense. You got 5 Air Force out there.
Right.
And then you got 4 Army. But they gave 2 minutes rough for, unless they did, they did offsetting roughs. That's why. They did do offsetting roughs. That was centering pass went off. Now Army with it the other way. They're still short-handed. So it makes more sense now that I looked and figured out what was going on. That little triple in shot was steered aside by Haas. Down low goal line is, see, this is the thing with this last minute change. That was the Phillips. Wow, right here, about last 10 minutes of the game, I'll start getting these numbers. Army's now full strength. Army with it back in the defensive zone, so they're going to set it up now that they're full strength. That was Kavanaugh for the Army. Long handle Mary pass is intercepted by De Phillips. He gets it into the offensive zone. He's checked off, and
there we go.
Another rough. Wow.
I don't know. I mean, they're keeping control of the players, but are they going to be able to keep control of the crowd? They're not liking it.
Yeah. So when I say the nice dog game, there were 2,200 referees.
Yeah.
In the stands. they calling that wasn't. I don't think it was though. What's your perspective? I think it was like because it was within 2 strides after him getting rid of it. I think it was just a clean check.
Yeah, I think it was clean.
I'm Air Force, and I'm saying that.
I'm trying to play this or call this unbiased. You know what I mean?
Army able to clear that down ice. Haas has settled it down for his D-man coming in for his Kozlak. With some speed, Kozlak going into the neutral zone.
There we go.
He does have some help.
This might be the shot they actually need.
Send it around. They got to keep that spacing. That cross-ice pass is broken up by Mike Long. But they were unable to get out of the zone. Spotted with it at the top of that circle. That shot goes high. Sent it around to Paige James. Air Force with it. Get into the offensive zone. That shot blocked. Justice Newman, I know this from experience. He's really quick. Yeah. So him getting their knees in there to block that, you can't go 5-hole on him. Cannot go 5-hole.
Yeah, watching him in practice, man, he's really excelling. I can see why they put him in that position, honestly.
It's funny though to see him in net because last time he was out skating.
Really?
And then the time before that he was skating. And like he just mixes it up. Like I don't know what it is. Maybe he's like, we got enough skaters out. Is it okay? Because I tell you what, he's a better goalie than he is a skater.
Okay. I've only known him as a goalie, but he's been doing that as well. I'm like, hey, I see why you're a goalie.
Army sends that one in. Army got Air Force is on the power play for another 56 seconds. Quick little pass up. Nice little touch pass to. See, I'm trying to. They don't even have these in number order. That was Mihalik.
Yeah.
Army gets control of it. They send it around. Ray able to keep it in. Center pass was broken up.
I'll tell you what, the Air Force is being way more aggressive on offense. So.
That need to be, honestly.
Yeah.
Little tie up here on the half wall. Now I got people standing up. I can't see. I'm waiting for that arm to go up by Water Wings. Army comes away with it out of that little scrum, sent it around. That was Woods. Oh, I forgot about Justin Woods. Checked off the puck was Daniels. Air Force with it here at the blue line. Ray skates it down deep. That shot goes off the stick and then up out of play. So that's going to be a face-off here to the left of Newman. Yeah. That's the one thing that I do know that we've always had to do. So in my record, I was 4-1.
Okay.
We only lost once.
Yeah.
And the one time that we did lose was that we didn't have everybody attacking and applying pressure.
Yeah.
I use those skill guys, get them down low, make those bigger Army guys work hard. So another tip up out of play. So we got 4 seconds. We got 13:54 left here in the first period. I'll tell you what, though, it feels like we should only have like a couple minutes left. I'm exhausted from running around. Face out to the left of Newman. Air Force wins that. Nice little touch, quick pass. Redirected and then back. It went off in the backside of Newman and in.
There we go. Air Force up 1.
Yeah, I got to see who's leading that charge here. See, I don't like that. They don't have the numbers on. I got to wait for it. I'm used to numbers on the sleeve there.
Yeah. There we go.
Steal. So that is, Skill. So Master Sergeant Garrett Skill. He's able to net one, putting Air Force out. And this is that was that attack that I was telling you about. So that was a power play goal.
Right.
So all teams skating 5 aside now.
Off to the quick lead. Let's see if they can
Air
capitalize.
Force, that quick shot right in on Newman's chest, and he's just going to swallow that one up. I need to take a breather, holy. But
Gotta get out this chair, man.
this is my everyday life doing the games for the Ice Stars. So how long you been in the military?
Let's see, going on 10 years.
How many?
10 years, yep.
Oh, I thought you said 30 years. I was like, whoa,
no.
you look good for being that old. Whoa. Turn over in the neutral zone. Cocker, his shot kicked aside by Newman.
Yep, I spent 8 years active duty Air Force. Switched directly over and been here for about 2 in the Army.
Okay. Yep. James able to keep that one in. Is going to turn it over to Army. That one took a weird carom, and then luckily Newman was over there to keep it from going in. It almost went off the back of his leg. James over, unable to keep it into the offensive zone, but dumps it in. Air Force has to tag up. I got to figure out where I'm at. Bridge for the Army. He turns over, tackle. Okay, delayed call there as Bridge was going in, and they are. Ooh. I mean, I'd be scared to burp. They're going to call you for something if you burp, hey?
Hey, you're not wrong.
So, you did kind of see.
Do that on purpose. He probably just tripped up a bit. Yeah, I think he just tripped up a bit, honestly.
Yeah, no, I mean, he did wrap up a little bit, but I think he just lost an edge, and as he was coming down, instead of letting go, because if he would have spread out his arms, I think they would have had to let it go. Yeah. But when he kind of just, I mean, it's natural. You're going to grab for everything to keep him falling.
Right.
So, puts the Air Force back on the power play for another 2 minutes. We've got 12:55 left here in the first period. From the blue line, that's swallowed up by Newman. Shot on goal by Major Scott Kozlak.
I mean, if you think about even the amount of shots on goal that the Air Force is taking versus the Army, they're really taking off right now.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what those shots on goal are.
Yeah.
Air Force wins that face-off. That one was kicked aside by Newman. Center around. Army. You think I'll get these numbers down here in just a minute. That was Kavanaugh off the far side for the Air Force to. Yeah, I can't even see a 92. Do you see a 92 on your sheet?
No, I don't see a 92. Let's see. I got him under 27. You talking about Nolan Kavanaugh?
No, that was 92. So I'm going to have to get that name. We don't have who that is, but the shot from the point went off of somebody's back. I wonder who they're going to give credit to. So it's Major Skill is leading. Major Skill, Kozak is leading the way, but
that's senior airman Shane Mihalik with the goal.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought that was two that led the.
I think they gave it to 7-1. Airforce up 2-0.
So I have. Okay, there was 92. So Diney, yeah. So we're gonna see. Okay, so it did go off at Diney's back.
Okay.
Because he was standing there. I thought I saw a jersey flutter, so that the shot by Major Kozlak went in off of Diney's back, and he's going to be credited with the goals, putting Airforce up 2-0. Pass near side, Hopkins for the Airforce. Good stick play by Remuck. That shot was kicked aside by around to the far side. Not having these in number order, it makes it difficult here. That was Harrington, okay. Harrington was able to keep it in. Now he's battling in the near corner. Turned over to the Army. Daniels, he shovels it forward, able to clear it out. They're just going to play a little tic-tac-toe here and just dump it back and forth. Army clearing it down ice. And Ray for the Airforce going to get control. Send to the neutral zone. Nice little touch pass to his teammate. That shot, that was kicked aside, and then Newman just pancakes that one down, settle it down. We get a little bit of a breather.
Hey, I'll tell you what, the Air Force is playing like they really want to win right now. And the Army has got to do something to get back into this game, because this is not going to work like that.
So, one of the things that I've noticed, and you can speak to this because you went to some of their practices, the thing that they try to do is physically exert, like basically Big Brother Air Force. And Air Force uses their skill. Left for Long, and now Walney for the Air Force back the other way. He does have help. That pass goes to nobody. Tied up along the far boards. Walney dumps it into the blue line to James. That shot gets blocked down at the defense. Now in the corner, maintained by Air Force. From the blue line, Kozak. That one was kicked aside by Newman. I can tell who their go-to D-man is there.
Right.
Walney with it for the Air Force. He had it leave his stick, and then who was that? I don't even see a number 34 now. But that shot was
sent at 34. We got senior airman Brandon Cockrell.
Oh, he was one of the starters. Okay, that's the thing. Like, so it's split up. Yeah, I was looking down. But yeah, so I do. That's the one thing, and I'm not saying that like they're using the skill, but that's a big thing. And I know one of the guys, Mike Long, he's gonna try. He's a big imposing force. Cocker able to clear it out for the Air Force. Air Force with it down into the zone. That shot was swallowed up by Newman.
Good save.
And that's the thing. Another thing, and you know this as well. It seems like when they are getting traffic in front of Newman, that's when they're successful.
Right.
That with the first goal, I think it was a fluke because it went off his backside and then trickled in.
Right.
Face out to the right of Newman, won by the Army. Sent out. But redirected by Air Force defenseman. Bounce back over to Cockrell. Cockrell into the offensive zone. They're able to clear it. Yeah, that was. I was waiting for that one. As
oh, it's okay. Yeah, they're not upset.
27.
They're not upset. The audience isn't having it though.
Sully. So here's the thing. You almost could have done knee on knee. The only thing is it was the backside of his knee. Right. So they did get it 2 minutes for tripping. So that's going to put Army on a power play for 2 minutes with 9:23 left here in the first period. Air Force is leading 2-1. I don't even know the record anymore for this cup.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. But I'll tell you what, the Army's in the perfect position to take advantage right now.
They need to.
With the power play.
They really need to. Air Force able to clear it down ice, so make Army recoil. Kavanaugh for the Army. He breaks out with it. Through the neutral zone. He's going to take it end to end. Down below the goal line, around the net. Centering past that circle. That shot goes wide of the net. Shovel back down low. Remuck with it here at the blue line. That shot gloved down by Haas, but then he loses control of it. Air Force able to maintain control barely. Dives forward and then shovels it down. Now Hopkins for the Air Force. He's down there all alone. Centering pass was broken up, was kicked aside by Kavanaugh. Now the Army with it the other direction. Back and forth here, Kavanaugh. Had a quick little pass to Daniels, has that one go off his stick. Now Kozlak, nice little touch pass. Kozlak in with some help. There we go. Oh, Air Force. Kozlak's like, he's a beast over there. I'm trying to see what number that is. 16. We already called him.
Is that who wasn't
Air Force. We talked about it, I thought.
Yeah, he had the
Mahalik.
last time, right?
Mahalik. Where's he at? Oh, there it is. No, that. We have Harrington on here.
Yeah, we might have to do some work later on.
Yeah. No, it is Harrington. I thought I saw
Once here.
Mahalik is the name. How is that? That went left to right.
I don't know.
Okay, so they're giving Major Scott Kozlak credit for that goal, but yeah, it was clear as day he passed it to that far side on the backside. I think it was either Harrington or Mahalik. I will try to get that one up here on the blue line. That shot turned aside by Haas. He loses control of it, then it trickles in.
I think. Yeah, on the goal.
Yeah, Army did get it. So Haas gloved it down and it was sitting loose right there, and he couldn't get that defenseman in there. We're going to try to see what number that was with that goal. Number 13 for Air Force, or for Army. Statton. He was one of the starters, I believe. No. It was, where'd he go? Yeah, so Warrant Officer Tyler Statton puts Army on the board. I think we'll get the official one because
Man, at this point, anything can change.
Okay, so they gave it to Sjostrom. Now Kavanaugh's shot goes wide of the net. Air Force seems a little discombobulated, but now there's a delayed penalty, and they're calling Air Force number 69 here, Connor DeRucha. They called him for a hook.
I don't know about that one.
I didn't get to see it. I was trying to look at. So they gave. I can't even keep up with it. So they gave Sjostrom the credit for the goal on that one. I'm kind of confused as to what's going on here. But Kozlak got one for Air Force. So score is now 3-1 with 7:14 left here in the first period. His Army's now on a power play. That was sent down low. McLeod went behind McLeod. Turned over to Air Force. Air Force going to be able to get there, and they do. And they will clear it as. I can't even. There we go. That was Cocker that was spinning around on his knees. It's hard to get some grip when you're on those knee pads.
Hey, you're not wrong. But I'll tell you what, man. Now that the Army's starting to take a little control over here, it's hard trying to watch this game.
Now you know my pain.
Yeah.
That's like what we started doing. Is what play-by-play is over here, yeah. So that way they're not having to play with that post. I'll give you some history on this. Air Force able to clear it down ice. Army will set it up 6:23 with 1 2:06 left on the power play for Army. Too many men. Then now they're going to call Army for too many men. That was from the back referee, too. That was from the back referees. Now he's calling too many men. So that negates the power play for Army. So we got 1 minute, 4 seconds of 4-on-4. So you do know that the Big Dipper Ice Arena was an old airplane hangar, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's what these posts are.
Okay.
And like at the ends is where they would drive it in. So like at the Zam end, that's where the aircraft hangar door was.
Yeah.
This is all the way out in Tanacross.
Okay.
Hezray flying around saw it that we could do something. So they moved it all the way here, and it's been a slow upgrade process to get it to where it is now. So that's why you got to fight with that post.
Yeah, I'm like, man.
What an aircraft, because you know the offices and stuff would be back here on either side. So
Yeah, I was sitting there looking. I'm like, you know what? This could be a hangar.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. If you look at some of that history, I got some of the old pictures somewhere. I have to try to get it to you at some point if you come to one of the Ice Dog games.
Oh, yeah.
That shot was turned aside by Newman. So once again, we're skating forward side for another 45 seconds here. To Phillips. Wait. That was weird. I couldn't hear myself there. Okay. To Phillips raced back, and I was sitting here wondering why they were calling it icing, but I forgot there. I was skating forward side, so it is an icing.
Yeah.
I'm getting confused. I'm just trying to track all these goals.
Right. I'm like, okay.
And the players.
Yeah.
Army with it up the near side. Sent down, and that will be another icing. Oh, no.
Oh.
Mike Long was able to get down there and negate that icing. Now send to the blue line. I can't even find number 29 here. Oh, that was Woods. I'm not used to that. I don't like calling his name. I know him from playing it back in the Ice Dog days. Kicked out to the blue line. From the top of the circle, that was proud of the side. Staten for the Army. Tried centering. Now sent down ice, and it will be an icing.
Okay.
Who will pull it away? I feel weird pulling it away like that, though. I'm so used to having that, like, eat it like a helicopter mic.
All right. So we're coming up on 5 minutes left in the first.
So we got 54 seconds left to the, I can't even remember what penalty it was. So Airforce is going to be on the power play for another 54 seconds with 5:12 left. Tipped out. Hopkins able to get it by Reebok. Now in on his own. Reebok. That shot goes 5-hole on Justice Newman, putting Airforce up now 4-1.
Hey, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Fly, fight, win.
That was a fluke play, though. That was a fluke play because he basically just shoved his stick out there, and it got to escape by him.
Hey, but I'm telling you, them being aggressive down on the offensive side, that's where they're winning at, honestly. Because the Army, I don't know, we're not making it right now. We're just not making it.
So
I love to see a close game, but 4-1, starting to run away with it.
So here's my worry, though. Now it's going to get in the Army's head, and then they're going to come out and be more physical. Now it's going to hurt them, as you know how tight the referees are calling this game.
Yeah, that's true.
Air Force now, both teams skating 5 aside. Kozlak, his shot dropped down by Newman, so he'll settle it down. I got to mute this real quick and figure out what's going on here to try to.
I'm good. We got a face-off on the Army side of the ice.
How's that? Does that sound better? Does it still sound distorted? How's that one sound? Sound better?
There we go. Army advancing it.
Oh, yeah. How's that one?
There we go. Army across the half line.
Any better? Is that one any better now? Okay. All right, sorry about that, Xavier.
Nah, it's all good, no problem.
Apparently my mic is sounding distorted, so
Really?
once I get that, There's a delay penalty on Airforce as Sully. I'll for everybody listening, I'm gonna keep it down real quick here. I will go back and I'll grab the iPad. So if you're having trouble hearing, icedogsshouts@gmail.com. Reach out. Let me know how everything's sounding. We'll try to get everything fixed at the intermission. So Army's on the power play for 2 minutes here with 4:05 left. From the circle, good sacrifice of the body by King. Army got to keep it wide and make Air Force start moving back and forward. Kavanaugh, he skates it down low behind the net. Good moves to get it around everybody in front of him, really. He's just going to hang on to it. He's playing 1-on-4. Kavanaugh, and from the slot, backhand shot. That was kicked side of the defense. Now down low.
Oh.
Good centering pass. Stetton couldn't get a good stick on it. It was open. That was a great pass by Bridge. Pass broken up. That shot goes high of the net. Daniels couldn't get a stick on it. Now that went off the side of the net. Mahalik able to get there. Not able to get it cleared out. Hopkins, he gets control of it in the neutral zone. Hopkins, his shot paddle decided and net goes up out of play by Newman. What was going on back here? I heard a lot of booing and everything, and then I looked back and Haas was scrambling for his stick.
Oh, I kicked it out? Threw it out? Hey, I'll tell you what. Even though the Air Force defended it very well, the Army's looking good when they're trying to be aggressive on their side of the.
Yeah, but I'm worried that it's gonna get a little too. They're gonna use that, try to get too physical.
Yeah. I mean, if they can strike while the iron's hot, then they got a chance of keeping it close.
Okay, so I guess it's just a software thing. I was gonna say, like, these are newer headsets than what I used for the Ice Dog. So good little shovel pass. Tripped up was. I'm about ready to stop trying to call it Woods over the far side to Long. Back to Woods. Woods unable to keep it in the zone, so he'll recoil over the far side to Long. Quick pass to Remug to hit off his chest and then back. Far side pass, able to gain the neutral zone. Near side to Renaud. Oh, Renaud. Yep. Yeah, this is like some of that last minute scrambling. 2 minutes, 23 seconds left, and 10 seconds left on the power play. That shot goes wide. Air Force able to clear it down ice, and they are still on that penalty kill, so that no icing. Newman settles it down. Both teams now full strength. 2 minutes, 6 seconds left. Kozlak able to gain the offensive zone. He goes around Kavanaugh, but Kavanaugh with a good stick, able to turn it over. Day was, I don't think he was ready for that pass, and in football we call it board hands, or in basketball when you don't softly catch that pass and it just hit off his stick and went in.
Yeah.
Air Force with it, great job by Kavanaugh to use his whole body to keep that pass from getting out of the corner. Kavanaugh, he's checked off the puck, but Day, his centering pass, turned and able to clear the puck was Skeel. Army with it, that shot went off of Haas's pads, and he'll just go ahead and pancake it down. And
it looks like they're getting a little chippy down there.
You saw that too, eh? Yeah, Kavanaugh down there low, and he gives one of the Air Force players a little cold shoulder.
Yeah, it's all right.
Deruccia.
And what's that? Kavanaugh? Yeah. Deruccia and Kavanaugh going back and forth? That's who it was?
No,
Yeah, Kavanaugh just came off.
Was it? Oh, yeah. Kavanaugh gave Deruccia. That shot went wide. 1 minute, 15 seconds left in the first period. Skeel able to tie his man up. Army able to keep it in. Delayed tripping penalty, more than likely. Looks like Skeel. Oh, a hook. So Skeel is going to sit for 2 minutes. They are really, there's more penalties in the first period than there is all the Ice Dog games, hey? So Skeel's going to sit for 2 minutes. There's 1 minute, 6 seconds left here in the first period. That's going to put Army on that power play for 2 minutes. And the worst thing for the Air Force is if they're not, if they're able to kill the penalty for the rest of this period, Army's going to come out, and it's going to be fresh ice.
Yeah, but they should use this next 2 minutes to really try to take advantage so they can all be down by 2 before we go into
They need to. They need to gain that momentum before you go in on the at the break. Good little move by Renaud. Renaud now cleared down ice by the Air Force. 45 seconds left in the first period. 1:35 left on the. They got number. Is that? Oh no, it is 69. No, they got number 19 in the ice or in the box. Okay, yeah, it was Garrett Skeel. Bridge holds it in for the Army. He'll send it in low. That goes off the defense. Air Force able to clear it down ice. Remuck gets a hold of it in the neutral zone. 18 seconds. They got a chance for one more. That was sent down, wrapped around the boards. Here to the near side. Kavanaugh able to keep it in the zone. Now cleared down ice. 8 seconds. 5. Newman lets it go as he'll just let time expire.
1.
And that'll do it for the first period here as Army goes in here now 4-1.
So far, Air Force very dominant. Very dominant. Not look too good for the Army.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do a little goal recap here if I think I got it right. So, only person to helping the Army out, getting them put on the board was Captain Shane Shorstrom.
Yeah.
That's giving them their lone goal, but the flurry of goals by Air Force here, and with their starters, they netted 2 of those goals, as you got Diney and Kozlak, following up by actually the guy sitting in the box here, Garrett Skeel nets 1, and then the 4th goal with Wyatt Hopkins. So they'll come out on the second period. They'll have 54 seconds. Air Force will have 54 seconds on the penalty kill, but there's going to be fresh ice.
Right.
Army's getting a little bit more physical.
Yep.
I think with the time winding down, they just kind of slacked off a little bit.
Right.
But I know I've coached against the Army team. They got it in them.
Yeah.
They got it in them. I know there's one thing that that has been going on over the past few days, or past few years, is that they haven't had the same amount of skill players.
Right.
But
I mean, I think they're getting them though. I think they're getting them in overtime. They're really showing their endurance though. I think you're right though. This next one's going to be it. There's going to be the time where they're going to be able to take control, get the game back close, and maybe even come out with a win in the end.
It's funny you talk about endurance. I retired for a reason because I was tired of doing PT. I didn't want to do those PT tests anymore. But so we're going to go ahead. We're going to wrap it up. Once again, let us know how things are sounding, how things are looking. IceDogShouts@gmail.com. IceDogShouts@gmail.com. I'll go and grab that iPad, get all that taken care of. For Xavier, I'm Tommy. Join us back here as we get ready in about 16 minutes for the start of the second period as both teams go into the locker rooms with Air Force leading 4-1. Thank you very much for watching the annual Army Air Force hockey game.
Titus's was just like this with the blonde tip, but his steak is colored. Just over there now?
Army fans, are you ready? Are you ready?
How about that one? Now does it still sound distorted to you? Okay, so go ahead and say something for me real quick.
Hello, test.
His is distorted too? I was going to say some EQ. All right, join us back here. Thanks for joining us back here for the annual Army Air Force game for the Commanders Cup. As we're still trying to work out some issues. There's a program issue. What's going on is there's a program issue where when we talk into it, everything sounds great. But what gets pushed out for some reason has some distortion. So I'm Tommy Nelson. Joining me this period is Matt for the Air Force, trying to mix it up a little bit. I don't know if you know, I'm retired Air Force. So thank you for joining me. We'll go ahead and I'll start calling the games. You might be able to call the play-by-play for Air Force a little bit. Numbers are all sort of out of whack here. I got to give my numbers here.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me.
So that was cleared down. Both teams now 5 aside as the penalty to Skill expired. Turnover to Army right there, just hammered in. Turnover, Ray for the Air Force. Over to James. James, nice little touch pass up the far side. Lost the handles on that one, but Ray was there to back him up. James, that goes off of Renaud. And then sent down in Stetton. Stetton turns it over to DeRuccio. Is it DeRuccio?
DeRuccio, yep.
DeRuccio, okay. Ray with it in the neutral zone. DeRuccio almost got around his man. Ray sends it in right on the chest of the defender, and now sent down. Daniels, no goalie gear. He stands right there in the way. I wouldn't do none of that.
Yeah, 20 seconds left on the power play for the Air Force here.
Oh, when did Army get a penalty?
Right before.
I thought it was over. I thought it was 5 aside already.
We got about 10 seconds left and full strength for the Army right afterwards.
Thank you for catching that one. I thought I heard full strength. So, yeah. So once again, thanks for joining. Like I said, want to try to break it up. Had Xavier for Army. He's going to join me in third period. Get you guys up here. The only reason why is because I can do a little banter for the Air Force in the periods that he's here. But just to give it times up, what kind of work goes into this, preparing for this game?
Well, I've only been here for about a month, but once I got here, though, I really understood what goes on into it. We got 5 equipment managers and 3 coaches going on right now.
So, and what's your role with the team right now?
Right now, I just filled in as the assistant offensive coach.
Okay.
And all lines are firing on all cylinders. The boys are buzzing.
Yeah, 4-1. The biggest thing is, and me and Xavier were talking about this, Army able to keep it in the zone, but turnover. Ray had it go underneath his stick. Army tried to do a little backdoor shot on Haas, but turned over. Skill unable to clear the zone. Yeah, I will say.
It looks like we got a little bit of action here.
Yeah, I can't see on that side.
And everyone's hitting each other. So nothing's too crazy.
Well, it is, but we can't see it because we don't have one of those in cameras. But I will say, so my record, I was a coach for the Air Force team before I retired, and I did it 5 years. My record was 4-1, and that was the one thing that was guaranteed: the gloves were going to come off at least once during the game. Yeah. So they are sending 2 people per side, or 1 person per side.
Yeah, I'll give you a little bit of heads up in the locker room. We're not planning on dropping the gloves until the third period. So,
okay.
So yeah, we're trying to keep our cool. We're trying to keep our cool until then.
You got 3 Air Force in the box, but only 1 Army.
It looks like we got Ray, DeLuccio, and is that Skill in there?
Yeah.
Ray, DeLuccio, and Skill.
Yeah, you can tell Skill with that mustache, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, he's a good-looking guy.
So we'll have to see what shakes out here. Is the one thing I commented on was Zebras all really seem to be calling a real tight game. Like you burp wrong and they're gonna call something.
Yep. Yeah. I feel like the Army has pinched on them, underestimated the Air Force today, but it's still a long game. We still got about another 35 minutes. And that's the one thing I do started while they sorted this out, and we get the final word here. So, and this is one of the things that it looks like it might happen here. The Army's gonna come out physical, and that's all they worry about. Their level of skill. Air Force seems to have a little bit more skilled positions than the physicality aspect. Now you got some great grinders,
But Army's just going to come out and try to be the big brother and like impose their will.
Well, I mean, if you look on the ice tonight, the Army is a lot bigger than us.
Yes.
And so we're trying to use our speed to our advantage today. So.
And that was the one thing that benefited me. You get some of those smaller guys that are quick. So they do only have one penalty on a board. No, now there's two. So Skew and DeLucia have two. Okay, so I know what's going on there. The other one is going to be offsetting Russ.
Okay.
So Air Force got hit with two penalties. No, it should be a 5-on-3.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a 5-on-3. Yeah, I see it on the scoreboard right there.
Well, and I couldn't see it. Look, I couldn't see the one Army guy tucked in here in the corner. That broken glass, not broken, but the angled glass here makes it a little bit difficult. So it'll be a 5-on-3 penalty kill, penalty kill for Air Force for 2 whole minutes with 17:21 left here in the second period.
This could be a game-changing moment right here. So.
Okay, well, I mean, the other 2,200 referees here, they get some boos and some cheers. So I don't know. Are they doing a 5-minute for fighting?
Yeah, it's hard to pick up.
Because the referees were over here chatting with the Air Force coaches here.
Yeah, if I were to guess, it would be probably two roughing minors, 2 minutes each.
So, but you got the third body in for Air Force and then the offsetting with the Army. So I don't know if they did offsetting Russ or did they do an actual fight there?
Yeah, it's tough to tell.
Or instigator. Thank you. So apparently now they got the audio set up. So Army is on the 5-on-3 power play here for 2 minutes. Batted down and it goes off a high stick. I'll tell you what. Kozlak. He's been a beast for you guys. He's getting in there. He's starting plays, and he was actually even able to throw one. Well,
yeah, it's super unselfish play in the third goal of this game right here. Just dished it off to.
They gave him credit for that goal.
Yes, that was the wrong goal, but it was his assist. Yep.
They heard it, and I was like, no, that wasn't him.
Yeah, it was Kozlik to Harrington.
Yeah,
actually, it was the real goal.
See, so that's good getting the coaches out here. We can get the true words here. Remuck, his shot goes wide. Long, able to keep it in over to Daniels. Daniels almost loses control. That goes off the defender and out into the neutral zone. 1:12 left here in this 5-on-3 power play. Kozlak, he's working hard, just trying to do it. Down 2 men, and he's gonna take it. Kavanaugh.
And Kozlik used to play for the Air Force Academy.
Okay. We had one. That little shovel pass right into the front almost was tipped in. Yeah, we had one. Blade, Colonel David Mashad, who was the test wing, the commander for the test wing. He was the same way with him.
Yeah, Division I.
Yep, exactly. I know one of the guys, Kavanaugh, for Army. His shot kicked aside by Haas. Now back and forth. Cleared just as Haas goes to settle it down. It's sent down ice by the defenseman. 23 seconds left on this 5-on-3. Army really needs to capitalize on this 2-man advantage. What was his name? Oh yeah, Shortstrom needed to get control of that and was unable to, but Army is able to keep it in. Stetton shot, gloved down by Haas. Yes, the Army really does need to capitalize on this man advantage, and I know what you're going to say. I got to try to be biased, not have a bias.
They do,
but
they do.
Yeah,
this is the time.
Yeah,
I told you this could be a game momentum change right here.
But now, why wouldn't you put 3 new guys out there? I would have done 3 new guys because, Stetton lost it right there at the blue line. Is now both men come out for the Air Force. Now it's 5 aside. Shortstrom shot, that goes off of Haas's glove and up, out of play. Right at the right time now is now both teams full strength. You can get the right lines out there.
Yeah.
So so you got here a month. Everybody else, so I see one of the other players back here. Hold on. I saw somebody. Okay. Somebody down there had won a pylon. That was funny. I couldn't help but laugh because you know how it is. But what's your experience with hockey?
Oh, so I started playing hockey at the age of 10, and I played throughout high school.
Where are you from?
I'm originally from Chicago. Yep.
I'm sorry. God.
Yeah, I know.
Blackhawks fan.
Yep. And so since I got up here, everyone's been making fun of my accent and the Midwestern accent.
That's all right. I always get asked if I'm Canadian. McLeod over to the defense once again.
Yeah.
Both teams 5-a-side. So what is your rank? What do you do in the Air Force?
Yeah, so I'm a technical sergeant, and we just got it stolen by finger here up to land.
Kavanaugh was had taken issue with that
rebound.
back and forth. Newman able to sprawl out and glove it down, but then you got Bridge tied up with, who's number 9 for you?
I think that's land. And it looks like they don't want anything to do with each other.
Walney. Walney was sent down. There you go. That's what I like, though. So Bridge took him out. Apparently inadvertently, Bridge checked on Walney, and basically, hey, are you all right?
Yeah.
So that's one of those respectable plays. So Tech Sergeant, what's your job? What's your job in the?
Yeah, so I'm a crew chief for the KC-135s. I'm in the Air National Guard.
Okay.
And when I got up here, these guys on the Eielson Iceman welcomed me with open arms. And
until they found out you was from Chicago.
Yeah, they definitely generally did.
Face out to the left, and Newman is taken by the Army, unable to shovel it out, kept in by Hopkins. Is that Hopkins? I see, it's so hard.
That is Hopkins. Yep.
Okay. And then how did you say that? Sully?
No,
number 27, right? Sully.
Oh, Salsney. Yep, Salsy.
Salsy, okay. I heard
Zolly.
Sully, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because he was tied up here in the neutral zone.
Yeah, he's got great vision.
Sully with it. He turned. He'll shove it around behind the net. Hopkins tried to shovel it up in front. That was turned over. Bridges turns that one over. Now, Zully, he's going to battle. He just bats that one down. He's going to go off for a change. Hopkins down, tied up. Bridge going at it, and Hopkins, I told you. So this is exactly what I was expecting. Oh, there he goes. I thought you said third period. Why is he throwing those gloves down?
He's a little premature. on this period.
No, you know what it is? You know what it is? Little guy. He had zebras in front. Let him throw it down level to look like it.
Yeah.
So Bridges and Hopkins going to go sit. We'll see how long they get, if it's just going to be offsetting too, because they were going to call Bridge for a penalty, but then Hopkins retaliated, and you had the Water Wings right there.
Yeah, I don't know what Hopkins has to prove right now, but he has to prove everything. I mean, he had the third goal in the game, or I'm sorry, the fourth goal. Yeah, he's the one that had the breakaway.
Hold on, is he trying to do a Gordy?
Maybe. we don't know.
So, Bridge got 2 minutes up there. We'll see. See, I don't know why they're going to put penalties up there. Oh, okay. So they're calling for Army to send another guy. So it looks like they're going to have Bridge and Hopkins as offsetting, but then Bridge gets an extra 2 minutes, and I'm guessing it's for that initial penalty.
Yeah.
So then the extracurricular got hit. So that's trying to find who that is. Corporal John Marty going to sit for this 2 minute penalty for Bridge. So
I have to say the number of penalty kills and number of power plays has been really
Yes.
screwing the lines on the bench downstairs.
Everybody gasped when you're having to mix everything up. So the Air Force is going to be on the power play for another now 1:47 as we got 13:25 left here in the second period.
We got our first line out here with Diney with the puck.
Okay, I'm glad you said that, Tiny.
To Phillips.
Glove down. That was Eric Glove, and then it was Cockrell. Really didn't look down. He was looking at the Army man right in front
Here's
of him.
Diney again.
Diney shot goes off the defense. Tied up. It goes behind. Diney now with it again. He's all over the place too. Cockrell's gonna get it back to King here at the blue line. Down low to Cockrell. Down low, even lower to.
Oh, back
that
to
goes
King.
off. Yep, King right here at the top of the circle. His shot blocked aside by
blocked.
Newman. To Phillips, his shot goes high. Delayed penalty here on Army as King was taken down, and now to Phillips, and who is that? Miles? Yeah, Miles for the Army. So now Miles is skating over there. So now that's going to put the Air Force here on a 5-on-3
for at least a minute.
So here's what I'm expecting from you, Coach. At least capitalize. Show up the Army. You got 5-on-3. I know you're not down there. Now you can't.
Hey, just like I said, when the Army had 5-on-3 on us, it was like, this is the time, right?
Yep, exactly.
Now, this is the time for us.
You know, got a 3-goal lead.
A full minute.
And now, if you watch NHL games, even the juniors games, 3-goal lead is no longer a safe lead. It used to be a 2-goal lead, 3-goal lead, so they're right there in that spot. Skeel picked it up there in the slot, and then his shot went wide. Back to Skeel at the blue line. Get over here to Kozlak. Kozlak skates that to the center, down low to the to the circle. That shot swallowed up by Newman. And the McLeod goes skating in. You know, the biggest thing is Sully was just waiting for the loose puck. He didn't hack, but this is that physicality that Army really tries to impose. I do know that one.
Yep. Yeah, it's not like the Army's going to let you stand in front of the net.
No.
And try to tip it. It's not going to happen.
So we're going to have a face-off here to the left of Newman.
I mean, you look at these guys out here, the Army's clearly bigger.
Oh, yeah. And you got some, Army does have a little bit of advantage. Kozak down low. That off-angle shot!
One-timer by Walney.
No, that wasn't Walney. That started with a 1. I think that was Skeel.
Number 11.
Oh, okay. So Spaller.
Smaller, excuse me.
He's got the same mustache. He's got the same mustache.
A beautiful mustache. The best.
So Spaller, that was almost like that right down there on that goal line, like no angle shot, but he hit it, bounced it right off of Newman and in. So that's going to give Air Force a 5-1 lead as we got 14 left here in the second. So that should do it on the penalties. And now it's going to be a 5-on-4 penalty. So traditional power play for Air Force as they got
1 minute and 31 seconds.
Who is that sitting in the box for them? That's Miles. So the first lieutenant, Tim Miles, sitting in there for another 130. Who's 69 again? I should have. No. Daruccia. Kozlak. Isn't he a D?
Kozlak is a D. Yep.
He's skating like a forward. Back to Daruccia. That was broken up by.
Yeah, it looks like Spaller's covering him right now.
Daniels. Yeah, but he's been on that attack. He's basically he has that aggressive defense posture, kind of like a lot of the turnover. Kavanaugh almost gets to it. Kozlak's able to get a hold of it for Air Force, and now into the neutral zone. 2-on-3 here. Now you get some help. Sully. Kozlak 1T. Swallowed up by Newman as Kozlak wound up right there just as he crossed that blue line. So crew chief for the 135s. What's it been like for you working with the working with you? Are you throwing on the skates when you do the practices?
Yeah, I throw on the skates. Yep.
What's it been like skating, working with the boys?
Oh, it's been great. Yeah, I would say I'd say everyone's has a lot of fun. Like it's not too serious or anything like that. Like everyone's having a great time
until today.
Until today, yeah. It's been a different vibe in the locker room, that's for sure.
It was the same way for me. James got beat back, but able to get control of that puck. James now, touch pass.
Cockrell?
Ooh, Cockrell lost an edge and then was took out Kavanaugh. I'll be honest with you, I'm surprised they didn't call a trip. Diney. His shot kicked aside by Newman. Turned over to the airport. Diney. Centering pass goes off the defense, and now Long. Long just sends it on down ice. Perfect timing is now that their Army is now full strength. Ray to James. James shovels it forward. Who's number 7? I see it's so hard not having them in number order and all that. That was Bird.
Bird, yeah.
The Phillips just tackled down. There it is, the late call. I saw that one coming. Bird with it from the circle. That's shot wide.
Bird scores. Bird scores.
He used, trying to see what number that is.
Number 7.
No, Remark. So he used Remark for the Army as a block, a screen.
Yep.
And was able to get it to that far side and bury it. So Bird nets it now 6-1. Air Force over the Army with 10:15 left here in the second period.
I really worry about the Army getting a little frustrated with the scoreboard here.
It's already been started. Now you got Justin Woods out there. He's an old Ice Dog player. Face off won by Army. Stetton over to Justin Woods. Sent in.
Oh, that's a tripping on King.
I'm telling you, it's weird. Like sometimes, like I said, you touch somebody with a stick, and they're gonna call it. But then you can sit there and get kind of real physical, but they're not calling it.
Right.
So it's little things like that that make it difficult to play. Hey?
No, King got his stick right in between the player's legs and he fell. Like that's an
It's
all-around
triple
tripping penalty right there. So
yeah, but even still, like I said, they're still doing that, and it makes it hard to play. Like you don't have that consistency.
Yeah.
So Army's going to be on the power play here for 2 minutes with 10:08 left here in the second. This is a traditional power play. Stetton for the Army. He shovels it, trying to go low, and it went right off of Harrington, and now that shot turned aside at the defense and sent down.
Great clear by DePhillips there.
Haas is doing his job scrambling.
He really is.
That is Shorstrom. His shot swallowed up by Haas. Now see, that right there, this is what I'm talking about. Army just trying to do the thing, like he's just standing in there, not even moving.
Yeah.
So
you just don't want to mess with our goalie. If you get in his face,
That's any
we're
goalie.
going to clear you out. You know?
And that's what I'm seeing though. Like he just stood there, and that's him trying to be that big brother.
Yep.
And that's where like you say third period, but you know you got 9:41 left here in the second. I'm gonna say once you start getting down about 5 minutes, they're gonna really start poking and prodding, and they'll be ready for it.
Yeah,
in the
just
third.
mark my words. Third period is what I heard.
Hey, but here's the thing, Coach. And when I was coaching, I heard the same thing, and our boys just baited them.
Yeah.
So
It could be. It could be.
I'm onto your games. So there's going to be a face-off to the right of Haas as Army is still on a power play. Cleared down ice.
By Salzy.
I tell you what, it's so weird. Some of your guys' jerseys don't have those numbers on the sleeves, so you got to wait till you see that backside.
Yeah,
to see
it's tough. It's tough.
Day for the Army up into the offensive zone. He'll send it around. Long lets it go for Woods. Down low to Long. They'll play catch. Woods down low to Long. He's at the hash marks. Near side, Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh's shot. That goes high. Long back to Woods. Down low. They'll play catch again. He just sends it around behind the net. Remuck, he's cut off by Salzy. Tied up behind the net. Long in there, just shoveling at it, poking. Sent up here to the near side. Kavanaugh, back off the boards. Day. Day tried to go to that far circle, and that cut up by, what'd you say? Oh, Kozlak.
Kozlak, yep.
30 seconds left here in the power play for Army with 8:35 left in the second. Day had that go underneath his stick. Ray, unable to clear it down ice. Kozlak, he sends it around. Kavanaugh unable to keep it in. 16 seconds. Stetton retrieves it for Army. He's harassed by Hopkins, and then sends down. That's going to be an icing if Ray hustles. Hey, move them feet, move them feet,
A little
Coach.
bit of a delayed icing there. Yep. I got to say, though, Ray has been one of our more solid defenseman players here tonight.
Well, but that's just it, though. I've seen him out there quite a bit. Him, James, and Cause, like I've seen him out there. So that right there,
Yeah.
it's
a perfect trifecta.
He might be a little tired. Face off to the left of Newman. Won by Airforce. DeRuccia, he goes around his man, now down behind the net, and he loses control of it. Up the near side. Airforce full strength. Renaud, he had the great stick by James to break that one up, but Renaud gets control of it. That off-angle shot, unable to tip in. Daniels sends it down low. Renaud, centering pass went right through the crease. Kavanaugh at the blue line, his shot, glove down. That surprised Haas. You can see how a little bit of a battle there with DeRuccia, and them Zebras are in there quick.
Yeah, don't mess with Haas, man. Don't mess with Haas.
Trying to see what number that is for Army. You got Water Wing sending somebody.
Yeah, he made DeRuccio a little mad there.
Can't even see what number that is. Oh, it's Renaud. Okay. So Renaud coming in. Yeah, and you can see that stick get up there a little bit. But here's my thing, and this is nothing against you. My thing, if I'm Water Wings, I'm sending them both. Because they both were going at it a little bit. He did get the stick up high, but he is taller. Darucci is a little guy.
Yeah, usually the refs will send with a little retaliation. I was kind of surprised to only see one guy go to the box.
Yeah. So Airforce back on the power play here for 2 minutes with 7:47 left. Spaller back to the blue line. His shot kicked aside. Unable to keep it in is King. King turns to Phillips. Had it go under his stick. Now sent down back to Phillips. Able to get it out of the zone. Make Army touch back up. Send into the near corner. King. Just a little touch pass to Phillips here. As got 1:30 left here on the power play to Phillips. Daniels doing his job harassing to Phillips. Near side, Skeel into the offensive zone. Does have help on the far side. Little soft sauce pass was broken up by Daniels. Now Day. They're in the offensive zone, shorthanded, sent around. DeRuccia was able to get to it. The Phillips now with it through the neutral zone. You guys are looking a little tired, Coach. 1 minute left on the power play. DeRuccia. Centering pass. Spalla goes all the way to the far defenseman. Kozlak at the point. He'll skate it down low. Harassed by Long. Left it for DePhillips. DePhillips from the circle. That shot goes off a stick and up out of play. 44 seconds left here in the Airforce power play with 6:33 left in the second period. I see the smile on your face, Coach. I see the smile.
It's all the rope-a-dope.
I will say this. You do seem to have more bodies and more coaching staff than what I had. There was me running offense, and I had one guy doing defense.
Oh, no, yeah, we got plenty more.
That's why I come down there, and I was telling you I needed some help.
And what's beautiful about it is we're all on the same page here, too, you know?
Yeah, that was the nice thing for me. Zolli to Kozlak now. Kozlak skates to the point. He winds up. That's gloved down by Newman. That was the one nice thing. We were all on the same page, and I had my team all on that same page as well. The one time that we lost, we ended up there was a last-minute guard deployment that ended up kind of messing things up. But we had enough guys that were kind of skating with us, and so you have those extras. Example A, right? Yeah. That was the one thing, being on the same page. But still, you seem to have more bodies than what I had.
Yeah.
That makes it easier on you guys as far as the hardest part, just kind of matching up lines. It's 15 seconds left on the power play. Far side circle. That shot blocked aside by Newman and then kicked out by the defense. Kozlak's going to get to it. 6 seconds left here in the power play. Kozlak he skates it into the zone. That goes off his stick, luckily, and then he tried that off-angle shot. Sent around, unable to clear it. Miles, Renaud now, fresh out of the box. Far side to Remuck. He tries to take off some teammates' heads there. Renaud for the Army into the offensive zone. He'll send it in low. He wraps it around. Off the boards, James over to
Bird,
yeah. You think I'd get these names down by now. Lisa for Hawkins. Did he lift it up or did it go off a body?
It was off the Army from Cockrell.
But it looked like it went. I didn't know if it went off of him high or not. Almost tipped in by Woods, and now Woods for Army. Up the near side, he shovels it out, able to clear it. King? Yeah. Or that was Ray, sorry.
That was Ray, yep.
Finger shot, paddled aside by Newman. He gets his own rebound. Centering pass, great centering pass between the legs there. Woods for the Army. Pass the near side, touch to Gammon. Gammon into the offensive zone. Had that one. Oh, he was able to get it by. I thought Ray was able to stick that one and poke that right off his stick. Army. That's Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh's the one for Army to really watch. Kavanaugh, his shot gloved down by Haas.
Wow.
Now, I think it was going to go wide, but he did the right thing. He falls short, so it doesn't go 5-hole, but then he reached up and was able to grab it up out of the corner. 4:31 left in the second period. I got to look. I don't know if anybody's
6-1?
6-1.
just so you guys that are tuning in that don't know, last year the Air Force lost last year. What was the score of that game last year?
I don't even remember.
I think it was something like 5-2. We lost. 5 Army.
The last one that I got to see, one of my buddies for the guard was skating. Line turned over the finger, and then Woods was able to get over there as it went off, as the referee was got in the way.
That was almost a breakaway right there.
Yeah, Air Force using the zebras as a screen, but then that shot was swallowed up by Haas. So apparently, nobody's reached out to us on here, but apparently they're commenting. You guys listening over there in the back, is there any comments on audio and stuff on YouTube? Okay, or not. Anyway, yeah, so the last time I was able to see the game, because I travel with the Ice Dogs sometimes, and that's why I don't know where I was at. Or I might have been down in Anchorage, but one of my buddies was in the guard. He ended up having to come off halfway through the third because his I've never seen a thigh cramp that bad. He had such a Charlie horse that it was so bad. I was pushing so hard. Harrington over to Hopkins. Centering pass goes off of Daniels. Kavanaugh unable to clear it as it gets tied up right there. Intercepted by Harrington. That was tipped in. Hopkins was kind of redirected and it went a little wide. Guessing that went off of the Air Force bench. Yeah, it went off Air Force bench. So, well, wait. Why are they keeping it in the zone then? But
it must have been off the Army then, yeah.
I was, oh yeah, it was redirected off of Army up into the Air Force bench. But I was jamming my my knuckles into that Charlie horse. It was so bad he took his hockey glove and bent down on it, and you know how nasty them things get.
Oh.
To Phillips, a shot.
Poor guy.
Sent aside a defense. Now Renaud for the Airport or Army, broken up. Great job
by DePhillips, yeah. Great defensive play.
I'll tell you that you guys.
And here comes Mahalik.
His shot kicked aside. Had no supporting cast there in the center. You had that wide open rebound. Can't even remember the numbers here for 44. That was Daniels. Leaves it for Renaud and then had that one broke up. Kozlak. Renaud now gets it in the circle. That shot goes off the defense.
Uh-oh.
Renaud, that shot goes off of off the paddle of Haas. And now Kozlak, 3-on-2 opportunity here. Has some support. Yeah, you can see it. The Phillips on that far side.
Yep, offsides on the far side.
You didn't do any stretching, did you, Coach?
Yeah, well, yeah. Sorry about that. Got to get the boys stretched out here.
Hey, you can see it, too. He didn't even try to drag that back foot. So the other guy, the Army guy that's going to be here again for the third period, Xavier. So he was prior cop in the Air Force.
Okay.
Then he was a crew chief for 135s.
And the 168th?
I guess so.
Yeah.
And then he went over to Army.
No kidding.
Yeah, so we had some fun banter back and forth there. Air Force sent down low, and now
it looks like Salzy got involved with who was that?
90 something. It looks like 98 Lawhorn.
Yeah, it looks like it.
They're sending Lawhorn off.
Are they throwing him out of the game? 98?
Yeah, they're sending
Lawhorn. They're kicking him out.
Well,
I didn't see anything egregious. Did you?
No, but you know how it is down there. He could have said something.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll tell you what. I don't know. Do you know the Army coach?
I do not. No.
Okay, I do. I coached against him when I was coaching for the Air Force. If I was him right now, I would be having my feet up there on those boards. Explain to me what you just called.
Right.
Explain to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see anything physically egregious there.
I didn't either. I figured both people would sit for 2 minutes, but Army's going to be on the.
It must have been sneaky where it was right in front of the ref where he saw it.
I'm going to be interested. That shot
beautiful
was
save by
blocked.
Haas.
So I'm going to be interested if I see Lawhorn back out on the ice because maybe did they just send him to the box? Because there's only a 2-minute penalty up there for Air Force.
Yeah, unless they kicked Lawhorn out and they just had the penalty to be served. I don't know. But usually they would put someone else in the box.
Exactly. It should be, I would think it'd be 4-on-4, but Skeel was trying to hustle down there and was able to make Newman make that pass for the Army. Woods, he keeps it at the blue line. Far side, kept in by Kavanaugh. That shot, that went wide. Looks like it went off the post, and the follow-up went off of Skeel's skate, or Kozak's skate, and then sent down, cleared down ice by Mustache himself. Skating with no visor, by the way.
Yeah.
Even coach and I had a visor on. DeRuccia harassing the Army defense. Woods, far side to Stetton. Try to figure that. Yeah, Stetton. Stetton with it. Blue line to Woods. Far side to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh shot. That was gloved down.
Haas is on fire tonight.
Yeah, it looked like
he really has his glove dialed in.
I was just going to say, that looked like it was just natural instinct where he just went like that, and it was just right there.
It was like an easy glove.
So 59 seconds left here on the 5-on-4 power play for the Army as DeRuccia, he's been playing like you guys were skating five-a-side just with the pressure that he was applying down here in the defensive zone. Oh,
Here goes Diney.
Diney just took that right there in the circle. Now sent out by James, unable to clear the zone. Diney takes it. I think Diney and DeRuccia, that went off of Bridges' skate.
Oh.
Tackled down was Diney. No call. See,
no
this
call.
is
That was surprising to me.
It could have been both ways, too.
It could have been.
Diney with it from the circle. That shot goes off of Bridge. Now taking 1 minute left in the game. 28 seconds left in the power play as Airforce with 4 guys applying pressure and just keeping it down here in their offensive zone and making Army work when they still have 5 guys. 15 seconds left. 40 seconds left in the second period.
We got an offsides here?
Oh, geez. Sorry, I got distracted here.
Yep, sure is. Yep, offsides.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was what was going on. That or I was waiting for it to be an icing, but 39 seconds left here in the second period with 11 seconds left on the power play for the Army. Face off won by Army, and then, Kavanaugh from the circle. Centering tip, went right between Long's legs and now cleared down ice. And now Airforce is full strength, so we're skating 5-a-side with 20 seconds left here in the second period. Sent all the way down if the Phillips doesn't hurry. Long
just barely beat it.
Long was and this is what I was talking about with Ray earlier. Instead of legging it out, he kind of slowed up, made it close. The Phillips just did the same thing, but we are getting towards the end of the period.
Yep.
Everybody's a little gassed. The Phillips have been out there quite a bit. So face off here to the right of Newman. Harrington's going to step in against Kavanaugh. Now the linesman stepping in. Kavanaugh lost that face-off, and that backhand shot was swallowed up by Newman as
yeah, it was a little sneaky backhand shot by Harrington there.
Did I miss something? Is it already March? Because you got a lot of mustaches going on.
Yeah.
I saw that mustache, and I thought it was Skeel or somebody. Harrington wins that face-off for Airforce. Back to King. He sends it down low. 7 seconds. Hopkins, he tried a little quick, yeah, it was Hopkins. Now right there in front of Newman.
A little frustration in front of the net here.
Remack and to Phillips, and now
looks like Bird's going at it.
Linesmen aren't going to let it happen. Linesmen aren't. You can already see it as I think it's Kavanaugh and Bird.
That's going to conclude the second period.
Kavanaugh. So Kavanaugh, he's let frustration get to him. He's one of the skilled players for Army.
Right.
So we're going to have to see what happens here and wait to see as they clean up Kavanaugh's gear. Bird skating off like he's upset.
And that'll be it.
Okay, that'll do it here for the second period. As Air Force was able to net 2 in this period. So that compounded with the 4 score in the first period. They're gonna both teams gonna go into the tunnel, regroup. If I'm Army, I'm telling you this right now, Coach. They're gonna come out physical. Watch them apply that body. Not giving you a game plan, but if I'm you, the way I'm gonna approach it, don't let them get into their heads.
Keep that head up.
Keep the head up, but also don't let them get in the head. Army's always done this. Army has always done this. So, any last things you want to say before we
No,
sign off here?
I'd just like to say thanks for having me.
Are you going to be here next year?
Yes.
right.
Actually, no, I'll be in pilot training. So I'm going to be in pilot training for about 2 years, and then after that I should be back.
But you'll still have the connection with the
Absolutely.
with the team. Okay.
Yeah.
So a little bit more heads up between me and AUP,
Yeah.
and we can be a little bit more.
Yeah.
I retired because I was tired of doing PT tests, and I sat here and I was breaking a sweat. Like, I got my sweat towel right here. So thank you for joining me, helping me out on the Air Force side. It does mean a lot, not only for me, but everybody listening. I want to give it both perspectives. At least when Xavier's back here for the third period, I can now speak on that Air Force side and then have him speaking from the Army. He practiced with them, with the Army team. So I'll let you get back down there so you can talk to the boys. While the referees figure out what's going on here, we'll try to listen for what's going on. We'll give you an update at the start of the third period. As once again, Air Force goes into this second intermission with the lead, 6-1 for Matt. I'm Tommy. Join us back here in about 16. Well, they'll get the intermission clock up here in just a minute. So about 16 to 20 minutes, we'll figure that one out as we get ready to start the third period here at the Big Dipper Ice Arena in Fairbanks, Alaska.
Check. Check.
Iceland fans, are you ready? Are you ready?
All right, we're back. Face off. Army wins. Air Force takes a shot on goal, shot deflected. The Army takes it. Towards the net, deflected by Air Force.
Sorry, I got caught up trying to fix some things. So also got some updates on penalties and everything like that. But Finger in for Air Force. His shot was sticked aside by Newman, unable to follow up. Kozlak gets it in the neutral zone for Air Force. Hard hit, hard collision there between Lawhorn and Kozlak. Stetton for the Army. He lets it go. No icing. Finger for the Air Force. Hopkins. Or no, that's Cockrell. His shot goes off the blocker of Newman. Army unable to clear the zone as Air Force keeps it in. So I'm a little confused, though, from what the update on penalties. So between trying to fix things and all that, I was also getting updates on those penalties.
Yeah, so I talked to the assistant coach for the Army team. He says they want to go forward like it's a new, like it's a whole new game, 0-0. Try to make the Air Force make some mistakes and take advantage of that.
Yeah, exactly. I would too. That's the biggest thing. So some of these penalties, I figured out why they're getting called. It's supposed to be no checking.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So that one penalty over here, first period, it was a legit legal check.
Right.
But it was supposed to be no checking. That's why he got called for it.
Okay, that's starting to make sense more.
So at the end of the period, there was a little kerfuffle that went on, and Kavanaugh for
the Army team.
the Army got a 5 and a 10 for fighting, but then he got a game EJ for removing the helmet.
Right.
So Kavanaugh saw him without his gear on, and then for the Air Force was Mahalik. Got the 5 and 10, so he's going to be set for 15.
Right.
But they were supposed to be down because there was apparently a couple of other penalties that happened. It was supposed to be basically a 5-on-3, so I was a little surprised to come out here and it's 5-on-5. So maybe that whole from the Army, we're going to do it as a new game. They went ahead. All right, this is where we start. We're starting fresh. Now it's going to be 5-on-5. So that shot was turned aside by Newman. Air Force able to maintain control. That centering pass by DeRuccia. Hard check into the boards, no call. Taken by Stetton right here. He holds up, wait for a touch up. And now a delayed penalty on Renaud as he thinks it looks like he took exception to something that Skeel did.
Looks like a little skin kind of chippy.
Now Renaud having an issue with something.
He came out the box.
Well, he came out of the boxes. He took exception to something that was going on with Mahalik, and now Renaud is going off the board. Oh, now they're going to send Mahalik out as well.
Yeah, there's some aggressive taunting going on over there.
So I'm going to guess some sort of taunting.
Yeah. It's definitely got the crowd hyped up, so.
I'll tell you what, this is more even of a crowd than what we've experienced before. Army comes out fourth for this game.
Right.
And you can hear the boos when something good happens for Air Force.
Right.
But now it looks like it's more even, as now the referees are explaining to Coach Chris Olson and everybody as to what happened. Referee John Canoy doing the same for the Air Force. And now you got the meeting of the minds for a couple of Air Force, and looks like they hit a Lawhorn. They just talking, having a little fun. You can see the smiles and then the head nods.
Everybody's having a good time out here.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? At the end of the day,
But you know what's
what's
fun? And we have talked about this. You could have a all-out line brawl. Goalies go at it, everything like that. But you know what? Tomorrow, you guys call Air Force support, they'll be there.
Exactly.
Same thing. Army, they call Air Force for support. Either way.
Yeah.
Or I think I said it that way before, eh?
Hey, but
I'm happy.
That's the beauty of this kind of game. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like on the ice, we might be rivals, but at the end of the day, we're brothers in arms.
I say that every time for ice dog games as well.
Yeah.
Like the team that we're playing out there on the ice, we hate you. We hate you. But you know what? It's a whole league thing too at the end. Now they're sending. Okay, so they had.
All right. Looks like might have been some banter back and forth between the ref and the player, or somebody in the crowd.
So Marty. Well, here's the thing though. Marty was serving Renaud's penalty, and then he was in there getting hyped up and everything.
Yeah.
And then they went ahead, but hold on, they removed Marty. But yeah, you can see everything here in the crowd across the way. That there's a little scuffle going on. You got some different stat there.
Yep.
I didn't see what number that was that went into the box serving Renaud's penalty. All right, so they're getting control. I did see some stuff here, and somebody here on a bench for Air Force was making some inappropriate gestures at people, and I'm guessing that those are some Army guys that the Dipper staff is talking to.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that's what's going on. Either that or there's an issue with the glass here too. Yeah, I'm waiting to see it because they've been pointing at the glass. Well, you can see some stuff right here in the. Wait, what?
Oh, look. What in the world?
Crowd erupted, and now it looks like they're kicking some people out of the facility, maybe.
I believe so. It was getting pretty hot over there. They were directly across from us.
Yeah, there's a couple people going up the stairs. There's at least one.
Yep. There's definitely one Army, one Air Force fan, and they gotta know it's not that
Whoa.
deep.
That's what's going on. I can see it. All right, so here's the thing. In the stanchion there's a little rubber seal. I can see it's hanging off.
Right.
So that's what I just heard something about destroying any of the property. So I'm wondering if that's it, but it might not be messed up enough to where they can still play. But the referees are holding the game. All right, no, we're going to get this sorted out.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be, while it is a rivalry thing, it's supposed to be a fun event.
Yeah.
While all this is going on, how can people have fun? And that's what the referees are doing. You can see both referees and one of the linesmen. As you got a couple of people leaving the facility.
Yeah, even some of the players now are trying to calm down the game.
Still didn't get to see what number that was. Okay, so the Air Force. Oh, that's what that was. So they called for the Air Force commander.
Yeah.
To come down to the penalty box. I don't know why, but so that face-off was won by by the Army and then sent down. Ray's going to win the race, so no icing. Ray for the Army. Has it pinned up against the boards. Kozak back to help him out. Taken by Army. Good poke check for Hopkins. Now Kozak for the Air Force up the far side. He gains the offensive zone, near side. Land. So the Air Force is on the power play for another 1 minute, 25 seconds. And we got 16:35 left in the third period. Land back to Kozak. Kozak down low off the boards. Sully.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I gotta talk about that. I got forwarded some information. Sully's able to keep it in the offensive zone. Still on the power play. Land his shot, swallowed up by Newman. So I had it written down here for the Air Force that it was Sully. And then the Air Force coach is up here with me, and he was saying it was Sully. And then we get a shout out that says, "Hey, it's Sully. It's pronounced Sully." I was like, so we were saying it right the first period,
right?
And then he comes up here and messes me up the second period, and we get hammered. Well, I get hammered. Air Force wins that face-off down low. Diney, that shot trickled through, and they cleared out by Army defense. Sit down the ice. 49 seconds left here in the third period. Great pressure by Daniels, and then that shot was turned aside by Haas. Daniels applying that pressure and, basically throwing Air Force off their game. Daniels still applying that pressure. Taken away from King. Now Diney with it for Air Force. Diney through the neutral zone. Gains the offensive zone. He skates it down in the circle. Has that come off of his stick. Trying to get it up there to the blue line. Unable to. Hand pass it. Sent down. Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah. You can see as he was scrambling, you could see him reaching with his hand. And that is Remuck.
Well, no, I can't see what number that is.
I know, right? Yeah, it is. So it's Remuck. As he was going down, you can see him trying to bat it.
Yeah.
I was waiting for hand passers, but he ended up being able to grab it, and then he threw it down ice. So they whistled that dead. It's going to be down in the Air Force offensive zone as they have 16 seconds left on the power play.
Air Force really has a commanding lead right now. There's really not too much for them to worry about that.
I was talking to Air Force coach about it. And the Army's letting it get into their head. Right. Instead of just playing hockey, they're really letting it get to James, to Diney. Diney into the slot. That shot kicked aside by Newman. Ray unable to keep it in. Now taken by Daniels up the near side. He does have help on that far side. Try to get it to the front of the net. Unable to. James able to clear it around. Bird, cross ice to Cockrell. He overskates it. And I was going to say that should be in offsides, and they finally blew it dead as Cockrell went in the zone before the puck. 56 seconds left here in the third period as both teams are skating five-a-side. And I'm back. Sorry, I wasn't here. I'm joined back for the third period with Xavier Hood. Thank you again for joining us for represent the Army.
Yeah, represent the Army at this point, you know. Air Force.
Well, we already talked about it in the first period. You can also represent Air Force, but I'll do that. That was the one hard thing about having the Air Force coach here is, I did 20, retired from the Air Force, so it's kind of one of those hard things, but tried to do the best I could and let him pump up the Army or the Air Force. Kozak for the Air Force had it come off his stick. Now Skeel back to Kozak, and from the circle. He goes through the legs.
It's a good move.
That shot was broken up at the defense. Now Kozak, Woods for the Army. Yeah, there's a couple of Army guys that don't have that name on there, so it makes it a little bit more difficult, especially when you see their back. But
right.
Shortstrom back down to Shortstrom. Had that one come off to DeLucia. Now Spaller. He tried to pass it across. Nobody was there. That was broken up. Spaller picks up the loose puck in the neutral zone. His hard shot gloved down by Newman for the Army. I'll tell you what. When Newman can see the puck, he stands in there strong.
You're right.
You're getting some bodies in front, whether it be his own teammates, because Air Force has used that a couple of times, where they're using the defense to as the screen.
Right.
But then you can get some of the small Air Force bodies in there But when he can see that puck, he's in there, but you disrupt his vision, and they've been lucky to get it by.
You're not wrong. The build of these guys, the whole Army team is a lot larger than the Air Force
Oh,
as a
yeah.
whole when you look at them. I'm like, it's
Army
making a substantial
clears
shift.
it out of the zone, and I got to remember which. I haven't seen that number too much. To Phillips. Yeah, okay, I did last period. Phillips was able to retrieve it. Walney to land, try to get it back to DePhillips. DePhillips up the far side through the neutral zone. He skates it to the slot. Right in between. He cut the defense, but was unable to do anything with it. King was able to keep it in his zone, but then he kicks it back to Walney. And Walney off the boards up to Land. Land, he'll just send it in. Newman will settle it down for his guys. McLeod, he sends it off the boards. He was trying to hit his teammate, and it just went too far in front.
You know, there's never a point where you can just say never, but
Right?
they want to try to come back. They're going to have to do it now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the time's getting close. Cockrell. Near side to James. James in the neutral zone. James should have just sent it down in on net. That's kicked aside by Newman. McLeod has that one taken by Airforce and then sent near far side. Army can't really see that number. I need to tell him to fix those arm numbers so you can see it better.
Yeah.
Daniels gets in there for the Army. He had that one cut off by I think that was Cockrell. Yeah, because then there's Hopkins. Yeah, Hopkins. It went off of his stick and back, and on that far side, Cockrell got in just a little bit early. But thank you again for joining me. I don't know. We kind of talked about it. I talked about it with the Air Force coach.
Yeah.
So what is it that you do now for the Army?
Now I'll do what they call electromagnetic warfare. I'm a 17 Echo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for those of us that aren't that smart, what does that mean? What do you do?
I manipulate radio frequencies. You could say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're one of those smart guys. Army with it. Pass up the near side to Miles. Miles into the offensive zone. He skates it down below the goal line center. He passes, broke up. Cockrell was knocked off the puck. Cockrell. That shot went high. Stetton unable to keep it in as it hit his stick and then bounced off. Harrington applying that pressure. He's in onside. That shot went wide of the net. Hopkins able to get to it for the Army. Woods is going to get back there. He's going to defend. Number 11 there, that's Kerline. That shot for the Air Force was set aside, delayed penalty, as now Bridge is getting called for a rough, as I did see one of the Air Force players on his backside, and now you could even see him look at the referee like, what, are you serious here? So
yeah.
Bridge is going to sit for 2 minutes, so that's going to give the Air Force a power play. It's a traditional 5-on-4 power play for 2 minutes with 17 left here in the third period.
Hey, I'll give it to these referees. They're calling it right down the middle, but hey, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes we just want to see them play. It's all right. It's a power play continue.
I'll tell you what, though. A lot of these crowds, though, they talk about that power play goal by DePhillips. Looked like it was redirected, but I don't know if it went off of somebody from the Army, but DePhillips was the one celebrating. DePhillips there leading the charge for Air Force, and now it's 7-1 Air Force as now DePhillips. Well, I'm trying to look here. That's 4. That's 5. I missed one of the goals here then because I only got it. But DePhillips at least has one. I'll have to figure that one out because I know that they do have 7. That pass intercepted by Bird. Over to Diney. Diney shot. Kicked aside by Newman. It looks like the score is just getting to the Army.
Yeah.
Remuck.
But I'll give it to them, though.
That attempt to check off the puck, now taken by Army. There's a delayed penalty on Air Force, and now there's going to be, should be 2 because there was a trip, but so.
The Army guys looking kind of fatigued.
DeRuccia, and there should be another one going because they had an original penalty here, and then DeRuccia had the tripping penalty, but it looks like they're only going to send one. Yeah, it looks like, oh, no, okay, so they're going to give both penalties to, okay, so he got 2 minutes, so he's sent for 4 minutes, as he got 2 minutes for roughing and 2 minutes for tripping. I think, honestly, oh, that five-hole shot,
goal.
like blind shot, went five-hole on Haas. I haven't called his name very much, but Caroline for Army.
I mean, that puts the score to 2-7, but that was a fantastic shot.
Yeah,
Probably one of the cleanest shots that we've seen all night.
So 7-2, and now DeRuccia still sitting for 2 minutes, as that one was a power play goal.
Yeah. Let's see if Army can take advantage of it again and maybe put 3 on the board.
I'm just turning you up in my ear a little bit.
How am I sounding now?
Oh, you good.
Cool.
Even if you're too loud, I'd rather you be too loud. That shot from down long range was kicked aside by Newman, and now Woods with it behind the net. Woods skates it through the neutral zone. It's funny to watch Woodsy play. Yeah, far side, Caroline got a little bit antsy as Woods was trying. So here's the one thing. If you look at Woods, he's got that mouthpiece kind of out to the side.
Yeah.
That's what he used to do when he was an ice dog.
Okay.
You couldn't really tell when he was playing for the Nanooks, but because they have to wear the bubbles and all that stuff. But so it's funny to see him out there and he still got it just hanging out the side of his mouth. So
hey, old habits die hard, huh?
right? Woods with it for Army. Pass out to point. Day dumps it in, but James is going to get there as the Army is on a power play for another 1 minute 33 seconds. We have 10 left here in the third period. Air Force was able to clear it down. Woods in the near corner here. Pass up the near side. Day into the offensive zone. That goes off of his stick, and then wide Caroline now. Caroline sends it around behind the net. Tackle in front is Haas.
Oh, it looks like
Haas getting attacked.
Yeah.
Haas just ripped his helmet off in fury as
Pad came on.
Day was piled up in the crease, but now Haas has to fix his leg pad. You can see his leg pad came off, but he quickly got up and ripped his helmet off.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what caused that, but
Well,
the
so
goalie exploded.
I don't know it may maybe was there a strap that was cut and that's what he was taking exception to, but now you got 3 of the referees sitting here talking.
Crowd not pleased.
Trying to figure out what's going on here as I think they're going to give Haas a penalty, though. You got the referee skating over. Let's see. Trying to figure some things out here. Okay, so I know what they were talking about. So, trophy presentation scheduled for 21:45.
Okay.
So, they're just stopped. They're like acknowledging that, hey, we're going to stop, let him fix his gear because we got plenty of time. And you got 9:49 left on the game clock.
Right.
So they were just, because if it was getting close, they were going to, hey, we're going to have to hurry this up. So face off to the left of Haas as there is no penalties assessed. Air Force wins that. Still on that penalty kill. Now turn it over. At the blue line, that shot goes off the defense. Skill now with it. Skill goes in on a breakaway. That shot kicked aside by Newman. He had that opportunity. You can see him, like, even from here, smiling. Miles for the Army to center. Daniels gains the offensive zone. He gets in. His shot goes wide. Spaller loses control of that. Now Remuck. Near side, that was behind Miles, so they'll have to recoil the neutral zone. McLeod off the boards. Remuck for Army into the offensive zone. Had that one poked off of his stick. Miles Army shot, that bounced around and then bounced wide as 14 here for Army was right there. That was Shorstrom. And then they're going to whistle it dead for as it bounced up into the Air Force bench.
Yeah, Skill is definitely out here just having a good time now. The Air Force is, like I said, have a great lead.
Oh,
He had open floor.
I'm not sure. Now they're doing running clock. Penalty is over there for Air Force, and now he's out of the box. Woods now taken by DeRuccia. Just fresh out of the boxes. He had 4 minutes to sit and take a break. That pass to Walney was just behind the shot, was kicked aside by Newman. Now cleared out by Woods. That went directly into the Army bench, so it should be in the Army's defensive zone. So we do have a running clock. It's going to be a little bit tougher to keep up with that. 8 minutes left here in the third period. And it's just ticking off. And if I'm Air Force, I'm going to slow roll it. Slow roll getting up there to the face-offs, eat off much time. But if you Army, you're going to be pushing.
Right.
Hey, get that delay. Get the delay again. What the heck? Army won that, now taken by Air Force. Pass near side. Hopkins' shot was went sent wide. Unable to clear it as the Army kept into the zone. Hopkins, bounces off of Harrington, skate and goes wide. Woods for the Army. 7:28 left here in the third period. Curline, he's the most recent goal scorer for Army. He sends that in deep. Day gets to it. Sends it down deep. Day dumps it in behind the net. Curline has that one taken away. Harrington for the Air Force, able to get it out of the zone. Woods are going to step in and corral that. Now taken by Day.
Let's go, Day.
Day from the top of the circle. He takes it in. He fought through quite a few bodies. But now to Phillips for Air Force. 6:45 left in the third. Sending the near side. Hopkins, his shot. He picks the high corner, and then he was hammered. And it skates right into the boards as I don't know if it just knocked him off balance, as you could immediately see McLeod skate over there to check on him, as Hopkins is able to net one for the Air Force, giving them an 8-2 lead.
They put it back on that upper right shelf.
Yeah.
They say aim high for a reason, right?
Yep, exactly. Find those open holes, and that's where once you get that goalie to drop down, that exposes those top corners.
Right.
So Hopkins nets his second goal for Air Force, and then you see that celebration. I don't know if you saw that when he skated right down there. Sitting right up there, you got number 1 and number 2 for the Air Force. So the wing commander, they skated down there and saluted him. Air Force, Diney gets it. Air Force won that shot. Oh, by the way, there was a goalie change. So you got now in goal for Army is Staff Sergeant Brandon Lucky.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's go, Lucky. Let's see what you got.
Right? 5:30 left here in the third period. Kept in the zone by Air Force, or Army. Miles, centering pass was broken up, and now McLeod, his shot went off the heel of his stick. A little touch pass to Bird. Bird gets it offensive zone. He does have help with Diney. That shot blocked aside by Lucky, and now batted around Ray. He sends it back to James. James, neutral zone far side to Diney. Diney passes it near side to Ray. You can see Daniels for the airport, Lawhorn. Daniels is like, he's chomping a bit. He's really wanting to apply some pressure. James for the Air Force, up the far side, gains the offensive zone. Good little poke check by Lawhorn, but now sent back to Kozlak. 4:44 left in the third period. James gains the offensive zone, but had it come off of her stick. Now out of the neutral zone, Lawhorn. That pass went right between his teammates' skates. Now Spaller for the Air Force sends it up. You turn it over. Remuck, good little move there just to deke out the Air Force defender to the far side. Bridge.
Here we go, Army. What opportunity to score.
Bridge, he was bodied off the puck. Now it is a far corner as you got. Bridge was hauled down by, looks like that was Sully. And now you got linesmen stepping in. They're gonna do they're gonna do the right thing and separate everybody. But it looks like it's Bridge. Bridge is getting sent off the ice. They're gonna send Sully off the ice as well. It looks like.
You know, the Airforce continue to apply pressure all the way through the game. That's good on them. Making sure that that gap can never be closed up at all.
Yeah, I think the first period flurry of goals really took Army out of their game.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so that was Sully and Bridge. They're going to be sent off the ice. They're going to go hit the showers a little early as we got 3:25 left here in the third period. Like I said, it's kind of weird as they got running clock. So face off to the right of Haas, won by Airforce. Kozlak back to DePhillips. DePhillips wasn't able to get that on his stick. Stetline. That goes off of Airforce's stick and up out of place, so that's going to keep it in the Army's offensive zone. And now you can see as time winding down. Look down there. You got both Army and Air Force. I'm trying to see what number that was. Gammon, talking to Haas, like just, hey, you were standing in there strong, just sharing pleasantries. Like,
yeah,
Wood just shot. Wood was sent wide at the defense. Centering pass, good stick tie up. And now Air Force up the far side. Good little pass by Spaller. Now Lucky's out of his net, way out of his net. Wow. Bottom coach, I'd be losing it.
Yeah, kind of risky.
Oh, that far side now, Gammon. Good little move to get around to Phillips, but Kozlak's going to get to as it come off of his stick, land. Woods was able to keep it in. Now sent in. Kozlak with it behind his own net. Kozlak, he'll break out. 2:12 left here in the third period. Skeel into the zone. That goes off a couple of defenders' stick and off the boards. He'll go off for a change. Now Army with it. Daniels. Good. Wow. They're going to say a hook on
Really?
DeRuccia. To me, it looked like it was stick lift.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I'm like, huh.
I mean, here's the thing, though. This is a fun game.
Yeah.
So when you got 8-2 and you got somebody that it's basically like, and I'm not saying this, so everybody listening, I don't mean this legit, but it's like you got a high school team playing some 10Us, and they're like, you don't want that high school team running up the score type thing.
Yeah.
But, you're going to step in. You're not going to impact the game, but you're still not going to let them just, like, destroy them. Lucky was able to get control of that, and now it's cleared out by Army. Day, nice little touch pass up to Daniels. Daniels does gain the offensive zone. Great little move. That shot was paddled aside by Haas, and now Walney sends it around. Land unable to get to it. McLeod does keep it. Now Land just sends it down. That is going to be an icing as we got less than 1 minute left. Touched up by Lucky, so no icing as with that running clock. That kind of messes everything up. Walney was applying some pressure. Remuck for the Army. Good move by Day to make sure he was staying onside. Daniels able to glove that one down and keep it in the zone, but now sent out by Walney, and he sends it on down. He's got 35 seconds left here in the third period.
Looks like it might be time for
Lucky.
one more shot.
McLeod, touched by, I couldn't see what number that one was. Day had that one sent in the zone. Lawhorn taken by now Kozlak because we got 20 seconds. Kozlak tried to send that around and just send it on down. You can see both teams just kind of, hey, we're going to just take it easy here. 12 seconds. He got less than 10. You're going to do the right thing. You're not going to try to apply and score any extra goals, all that stuff. So that is going to do it here as Army does make one move. Remuck just, instead of sending it in on net, he does the right thing, sends it along the boards.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. This, from the hockey perspective, this does mean a lot. This big trophy. So we'll go ahead and stick around for the trophy presentation as we kind of wrap it up here. I lost track of one of the goals, so because I got 4. I only got 7 marked. It was probably somebody from the second period for Air Force, but nonetheless,
it was a great game overall.
Sorry, I had to cough.
Yeah,
good. Absolutely. And here's the thing. I've known Newman for a while. He has nothing to hang his head about. Like I said, when he was able to see the puck and they weren't getting bodies in front, whether it be an Army using his own defense or Air Force was able to get a body in front to screen. They really capitalized on that. But when he was seeing that puck, he was there strong.
Yeah.
Now, here's my question to you.
Okay.
You see how Lucky performed, even though it was running clock for the last 8 minutes.
Yeah.
See how Lucky performed. Do you think you put him in? If you could go back and do things over, do you put him back in? Do you put him in earlier?
Oh no. Oh no.
You were quick on that one.
Yeah. I worried. Worried is an understatement. After I saw how he was the last 5-6 minutes of the game. Yeah. Oh no. It might have been 18.
Okay.
Respectfully, but I'm just saying.
You don't put Lucky in earlier?
No. We keep Lucky for the last 6 minutes. Yeah. That's part of the strategy. See. Yeah, shout out to Chief Paulo, the assistant coach for the Army team. Like I said, he let me know they want to come in kind of fresh. And
yeah, hold on. Tell that story real quick. I know you told it to a lot of people gathered. So Xavier stepped in to do this last minute, and here's the story of how this worked out.
So I walk in the door and thought I'm coming here to be a fan today, a spectator with everyone else. Chief Paulo looks at me in the eye and says, "Hey, you have a degree in broadcasting, don't you?" I'm like, "I do." And he's like, "Hey, you want to jump up in the booth?" I'm like, "I guess I could do some color commenting." Hey, but it was great working with you, honestly.
Yeah, we try to, like I said, this is a last-minute deal. They're all just for everybody, still watching. They're all gathered around Haas as Haas was still in there strong and was able to win 8-2. So they're all celebrating him because he did a great job as they get ready to present the Commander's Cup trophy. And we'll see that big thing come in here soon. There it is. So Army won it last year.
Yeah.
So now the captain, Justice Newman, presents the cup to the winning goaltender for Air Force. And now they have a few words because basically it changed hands. So Justice Newman for the Army, who took it last year when they won it, hands it over there to Air Force and just pass it along.
Hey, good
this is a class act right here, though.
Yeah.
You got Justice Newman still out there just as a way to, say congrats to everything.
Right.
You don't see any of the other Army guys out there saying congratulations because you do the traditional thing. You do the handshake line, but as a captain, you're going to stand in there. Oh, you got the other captain for Army still out there saying congrats, all that stuff is now each one of the Air Force guys. Now, I'm going to tell you, that thing is heavy.
Yeah, I can kind of tell. The guy's kind of, moving around there on the ice.
That's a shell.
Yeah,
that's an empty shell in there.
Yeah.
And the base, that's pretty stout as well.
Solid material.
Now, I'll tell you what, the cup, too, from when I dealt with it from a while ago, the cup looks a little cleaner than there was some damage to it. There was some damage to it. So each one of those members. But anyway, so yeah, I do still thank you for that.
Oh,
you don't need a broadcast degree. The biggest thing I went down there, I was like, because I'm going to need to take breaks. I'm going to need to, take a couple of drinks. I got water, Mountain Dew. I don't have any of the good.
Right.
But just having knowledge of hockey.
Yeah.
That way. Oh, we're getting ready. I thought they were going to be on there for the celebration of the cup. So I guess we're getting told to wrap it up. So Xavier, thank you for stepping in. For everybody watching, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully we'll get some further information or earlier information for next season's game, so you can join us here. You can, thank you for tuning in as Air Force is victorious on this year's Commander's Cup, 8-2. Thank you once again here at Fairbanks, Alaska.
Cool.